I've been scared of men my entire adult life. I've been scared that they're going to overpower me, they're going to beat me, they're going to rape me, maybe repeatedly, that they're going to kill me. I grew up in a home that was pretty safe. There was no domestic violence, there was no sexual violence. I'm real grateful for that. But I wasn't only living in my family home, I was living in my town as well, in my state, in my country, on my planet. And it was happening in the wider community. Do you know what the stats are on violence that men perpetrate on women? I'm not exactly sure, because I look at times and I get overwhelmed. A while ago, I tried to put together the global stats on rape, and I'm pretty confident a woman is getting raped somewhere on the planet every minute. Every minute of every hour of every day of every month of every year. Does that blow your mind? Does it make you sad? Does it break your heart? How is it that we've created a landscape where this is normal, where this continues today, where it's accepted? Like, I'm not saying that everyone's like, yeah, mate, that's okay, you go ahead and you do that. I'm not saying that, but the fact is that we haven't cleaned it up. It's still happening. This is not a thing of the past, it's a thing of today, and it is out of control. I'm real sick of being scared of men. And I think most women are real sick of being scared of men. Like, we just accommodate, yeah? Like, okay, I won't go out at night on my own, and I won't go down there just in case something's lurking in the shadows. Like, we accommodate this. We need to change it. We need to create a world where the women aren't scared of the men. And don't get me wrong, like, I think the men are scared of women too, just in different ways. Maybe there are men that are scared that women are going to say that they raped them when they didn't. You know, that happens. Nowhere near as much as men actually rape women, but it happens. I get that men are scared of women too, for different reasons. They generally don't involve violence, but they're valid nonetheless. They affect their hearts, and they affect the way they make their choices in romantic relationships. So the way we feel about each other shows up in our friendships as well as our partnerships. Men have controlled women for centuries, for millennia. We're not taking it anymore. We will not be burnt at the stake anymore. And this is an exciting time to be alive. But it's not about superiority, inferiority, because we've got to come together. We've done a real terrible job of bringing the sexes together, for learning how to dance together, to move as one. How can we do that? How can we get that happening more? We need to understand each other better, yeah? We need to listen for a start. We need to create safe spaces within ourselves, so then we can take that to the world to help grow the trust between each other. Like, I can't choose what you do, but I can choose what I do. So if I show you, you're safe to trust me, maybe you'll show me that I'm safe to trust you. It's a very interesting time to be alive, isn't it, with all of the traditional gender roles being challenged now. I think it's very exciting. So think everyone should have equal access to education, to financial independence, to be able to move in the world however they want. Men have had this longer than women, and it has been incredibly unfair. But with these gender roles breaking down, I think men have been more reluctant than women to learn to flow with it, to roll with it. You know, we're dragging them there, aren't we? We have to, because we're in this together. We can't do it without each other. What I like to meditate on is, what is a man and what is a woman? If you're to answer that question, does your mind immediately go to the genitalia? I can understand why, because that's how most of us were taught to identify a man and a woman, yeah? But what if the teachings were wrong? When I see a man or a woman, I understand that they were made up by equal amounts of men and women. Do you know what I mean? Like if I see a woman, she's had two parents. It's one man and one woman that created her. And then with those parents, they each had parents. And so that's grandparents they've had. Equal numbers of men and women to create her. And they've had parents, so those great-grandparents. Every man, every woman, equal numbers to create that person. The same goes for men. So what I see now is, like wherever there's a woman, there is a man. And wherever there is a man, there is a woman. Why do we define gender by genitalia when we're made up by men and women? And then suddenly it's just like, well, I'm a woman, you know, I don't identify with any of my male ancestors. It's bullshit. I'm a man, so I'm nothing like the women in my family. That makes no sense at all. We're denying big parts of ourselves. And I think the historical gender definitions are wrong. There's no such thing as a man and a woman. I don't think there is such a thing as a man and a woman, as in a separate, singular identity. Do you know what I mean? It's like having a left without a right. Like you can't. They're always together. This is the left, this is the right. Take part away. Oh, there's a left and a right. If I cut my hand in half, oh, there's still a left and a right. No matter how much I try to separate it, there's always going to be a left and a right. That's how it is with men and women. There's no man without a woman. There's no woman without a man. So we're going to need to learn how to play nice, yeah? Because we haven't figured out how to do that on a global scale, where every woman knows she's safe with every man, and every man knows he's safe with every woman. We can do that. We can create a world like that. If it's what we want, if we're willing to work for it, to make some changes, we can do that. We need to heal. We need to accept all our parts. Everything comes down to, we need to learn how to love. We need to learn how to love all of our different pieces to be able to open up our hearts and connect to the oneness. Because when people are operating from the love consciousness, they won't hurt others. You will not find a soul that's full of love that's out there raping someone tomorrow. Not going to happen. It's the love consciousness. If we can connect to that, we'll be our kindest selves, our safest selves, our truest selves. I'm not so scared of men anymore. I've taken a lot of time to meditate on the plight of men. Like, from direct experience, I'm more familiar with the conditioning that Australian women are exposed to. But I've got eyes, I can see, I can read, I can learn, I can take the time to understand others' experiences too. So that's what I've been doing with men to understand them better, which has been helpful. It's my spiritual team, it's my spiritual guides. I'm surrounded by souls that were men in their previous lives. So many of them all around me with great big hearts, with beings just bursting with love. They've all taught me how to love. They've all taught me that I can be safe with men. I think I've helped show them that they can be safe with women too. I don't have any quick fixes. My solutions take time, but they work. I can see a world where the people are connected to the love consciousness. And from that level, it's just not possible to be violent to another. It's just not possible. People don't want to do it. They want to help. They know if I hurt you, I'm hurting me, so I will not. Let's find another way. Imagine if the majority of us are living from that consciousness instead of fear, from love. It'd be a beautiful world, wouldn't it? Do you want to create it with me, friend? I hope so.